What's up, guys? It is John from Side Hustle Experiment. It is dark outside, coming home from work. Another longer day. If I didn't do this, sorry for the lighting. I knew if I didn't do a video on the way home, one was not going to get up tomorrow. And it's just going to be kind of like a business update, recap, what's been going on, what I'm doing for FBA, and all that other kind of stuff right now. And yeah, just a kind of jumbled mishmash business updates. Just kind of say hello, see what you guys are up to, etc., etc. So we just came off of a big month. We did 74K in a single month. Cyber Monday and Black Friday really helped. We probably did about 15 grand those 2 days alone. I'm gonna have a whole video breakdown on the next video, how I was able to do that, about 6 different things that I think got me to that, so to share with you guys. So be on the lookout for that. Just been doing a ton of shipping myself. Just, having a prep center is great and everything, but it's Q4, gotta get the stuff to Amazon quickly as possible. Today was the day, December 1st, that everything had to be at a warehouse. So a little clarification on this, or my take on this, is basically like, I am going to ship some stuff after December 1st. Like my last shipment might be like Monday or Tuesday of next week, just waiting on some stuff. And it doesn't necessarily mean people aren't going to get the items I'm selling before Christmas. It just means that they might not get it. They might get it, they might not get it. It's just not guaranteed for them to get it. I've been getting a lot of questions like, oh, does this mean Amazon's no longer processing stuff? No, they're still processing stuff. It's just going to be slower. So I'm just sending in normal replans. I'm not sending in any like seasonal stuff. I am sending in stuff that's like not seasonal, but like good for cold weather, just because January, February is going to be cold as well. Also, some things to think about with this: people still buy like Q4 stuff like Legos and toys and Black Friday deals or whatever during the year. Some people have 2 or 3 Christmases. Some people have one, their family is, they have like 2 families or whatever. They go, like when I was younger, I did a Christmas with one grandparent side and then the other side. So there was like 2 Christmases there. So, one side had extra time because it wasn't always on Christmas. So they had an extra couple days to get stuff. And, people celebrate late or whatever. January is a great month as well. People have gift cards. People got stuff they didn't want, so they're returning that stuff. And then in turn buying other stuff with the return money or whatever. So just keep that in mind. So yeah, second part of this, you are hearing a lot of people saying you have to merchant fulfill. You're an idiot if you don't merchant fulfill, all this kind of stuff. And while merchant fulfilling is a great opportunity in Q4, it's your business. You don't have to do anything. This is probably a very unpopular opinion, but there are tons and tons of people I know. Some of the biggest Amazon sellers I know do not merchant fulfill. They're all FBA. Even during Q4, they are not merchant fulfilling. They are just sent all their stuff to Amazon. They're kind of preparing for next year. I might do some merchant fulfill. I'm not going that heavy on merchant fulfilled. It's really gonna have to be something that's easy to late to ship, or there's gonna have to be a great deal on it. But I just went heavy, spent a ton of money in November. And yeah, most of it's either on its way to FBA or already being checked in. I also have a warehouse that I am super familiar with. They typically check things in pretty quickly. So it's not like when I send somebody to the prep center, it takes like 2 or 3 days to get there. Then they do it, then they send it to another warehouse, and that takes like anywhere from a week to 2 to kind of get there and get checked in. So this, most of the times, if the UPS guy comes early, my stuff could get to that warehouse same day or next day. So it's a little different. Last Q4, I did hardly any merch fulfilled and had a really good Q4. I mean, that was my first one. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking about. Yeah, I'll do maybe some, but like I don't really have any in mind. And yeah, that's kind of how I'm going about it. I just spent really heavy in November, in part so I could get everything to FBA, so I didn't have to do merch fulfilled. So just keep that in mind. Don't feel bad if you don't want to do merch fulfilled. I mean, it's a weird thing. Like, you know, if you need to make money or really want to make money, definitely learn how to merch fulfill. But I'm getting a lot of questions from people who are like, like I really don't want to do this. I don't really want to offer 2-day shipping. Like, what does your shipping template look like? I'm like, I'm not doing 2-day shipping. Like, it's just kind of standard shipping. I'm not like shipping anything to California. It's basically stuff that's pretty close to where I live. That's how I'm doing it. I'm not saying that's right, it's wrong. Some people are probably gonna say, oh, you're such an idiot. Like, I don't know how you can tell people not to merch fulfill in Q4. I'm not saying you should or shouldn't. I'm just saying it's up to you, and you do what you want to do with that. I have a good friend who's sending out like 30, 40 orders a day. I'm like, damn, that's amazing. Like, that's awesome. Like, good for you. Me, that's not something I want to do. And I don't think he thinks any less of me for that. So whatever, it is what it is. What else? Yeah, just been doing a ton of prepping. Prepping, man, is tough. I already have in my head a bunch of stuff I'm going to do differently next Q4 already. Big tip, if you are trying to like, oh, I wish I would do this next year, I would do this, or I would do that, or I'd spend more money here, or whatever, write it down. Put it in a Google Doc, put it in Evernote, put it in Notion, whatever you use to take notes. Just label it like holiday notes or whatever, 2022 or for 2023, whatever you want to do. Just like thinking through it, and I just went through it, so now is a good time to do it. I would have bought so much heavier in late October and early November and sent everything to prep. And while it would have cost me more money, stuff would have got there and checked in by Black Friday, and it would leave me so much time to source more stuff or replenish that stuff the second time around. That's one big thing that like I prepped way too much this year. And yeah, sometimes like there's stuff I don't mind, but it was a ton of apparel stuff. And I hate doing that. That's really not my skill set. If you don't get apparel, usually what happens, depending on where you buy it, if you bought like 50 of one, whatever, typically you don't get 50 at one time. You get a poly bag of 1, a poly bag of 3, a poly bag of 4. Then maybe you get a box of 10, and some have poly bags on them, some don't. So it just really depends, but tracking all that stuff becomes a real pain in the butt because each one has a packing slip, and sometimes to get orders through, you can't just order 100 of one in one single order, so you got to split it up like 50-50 or 40-40-20 or whatever you're doing. And yeah, so that's definitely not a strong suit of mine. I'm good if, like, you know, I'm ordering 12 of something, 10 of something, it just comes in that box, like, okay, check that off. But when it's like really, or maybe only if you get 12 and 6 and 6 come, like, not a big deal. So yeah, that's definitely what I'm thinking about for next year. I'm also thinking about getting a prep center that it will send to, finding a prep center that will send to like the warehouses I want to send to, just geographically speaking. So that's kind of top of mind right now. Definitely fell behind on some accounting, So I want to get that kind of situated and done for the end of the year. So yeah, that's what's going on there. And what else? Yeah, just final push right here. Like I said, I'll be pushing out another like 1 or 2 shipments. Definitely not really. I'm gonna be cleaning up a lot of stuff for the VAs. It's a weird situation right now where it's like I have a lot of stuff to buy, a lot of replenishables, stuff that I could buy a decent amount of. In this, you always constantly need new product, but I don't necessarily know if I need 2 VAs. So we'll kind of see how that morphs. I am doing a bunch of sourcing myself, so I might, I don't know, figure out how to get them to do more, or kind of offload what I'm doing and figure out how to do that. Obviously they are doing a good job. It's just, I don't know, it just Q4 just requires a lot of focus. There was just stuff that I wanted to buy, stores I wanted to shop at, and yeah, I gave them some direction to go there, but it was just one of those things. I just know what I'm doing. A lot of it was just kind of like reordering, checking to make sure it's in stock, like kind of stuff like that. I don't know. It's not where I want the business to head, but it was just like one of those things where it was just like, okay, you have to do this now. Like there's no make a loom video, send it to them, like they kind of get it or they kind of don't get it. It's like you just have to do this now, and like you'll deal with the other stuff later. So I have a really big backlog of leads to go through that they submitted. So I'll probably be doing some of that this week. Yeah, so that's kind of what's been going on with that. Kind of the plans moving forward. Yeah, just kind of hammer some stuff out. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to December. Had a really great November, and it's really just, you know, just putting in the work. It's exhausting. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to tell you that I'm not tired. Late nights, early mornings, you know, just kind of keeping it all together. But that's why it's great to have people that you talk to kind of daily, or on whether it's Instagram or text, just be like, yo, what's up? Like today, we're all talking. It's like, dude, like it's, you know, one more month, you know, then we're all going to Miami for the Miami Sellers Conference, and we're going to catch up, relax then, like let's push through now. So yeah, really excited about that. Yeah, so I think that's I think that's all I have for you guys. Just wanted to pop on, say what's up, let you know what I was up to. Let me know in the comments what you're up to. What is your plan for like merch fulfilling? Are you still sending shipments to FBA, or whatever you want to say? And yeah, like, subscribe, comment, follow, and I'll see you guys in the next one.